Dozens of customers have been unfairly tracked down and raided by narcotics officers on suspicion of growing marijuana.
Right now we have roughly 40 to 50 search warrants that have stemmed from this store. 4 of those known cases are known non-cultivators.
The protesters say in many cases homes of innocent people were raided. Either they had no marijuana or they were growing it legally for medical purposes.
I want to see this stop where they're arresting people. You know, check the people out first, see if they're medical marijuana patients or they're just growing, you know.
We spoke with the owner of Green Fire, who says she had no idea her customers' homes had been searched. The group says their right to legally grow marijuana for medical reasons under Proposition 215 has been violated.
That's what the law calls for, is for us to grow our own. And I don't understand why we can't have a place that we can go to.
It turns out Amy Breeze says after shopping at Green Fire, Placer County Sheriff's deputies came to her home and broke down her door.
All charges were dismissed by the Sacramento courts, and I have filed civil suit against Placer County Sheriff's Department.
That protester mentioned a civil suit against the Placer County Sheriff's Department. I'm told there are several of those suits at this time. We did contact the Placer County Sheriff's Department, but they told us because of the pending legal issues, they have no comment on this issue at this time. Reporting live in Sacramento County, I'm Bianca Sol.
Use of marijuana. Despite an explanation at the gate, a SWAT team raided the small garden in Wallace. 287 plants were seized at the Northern Lights Church. Properties owners say that what they were doing was perfectly legal. They supply more than a dozen patients with medical marijuana, which they also believe is a sacred plant.
I know that it hangs people up, but what we look at as a sacrament is we look at something as very holy. This plant has been referred to numerous times in the Bible.
We don't know of any privilege a church has or any designation as caregiver a church would have.
Well, despite last week's raid, no arrests have been made. It will be up to the district attorney's office to file charges.
But a local doctor claims they've illegally destroyed hundreds of pounds of medicine.
For my patients. It was all for my patients.
It's our top story. Thanks for joining us at 6.
Californians voted for the medicinal use of marijuana, and now a doctor who prescribes it is angry about a raid in Calaveras County. The doctor claims this is another case of a county sheriff ignoring state law. The Calaveras sheriff says he had every right to pull the plants growing on the church's property. A doctor tells Mark Hedlund those plants were for her patients, and they're the ones who will suffer.
Patients come to this medical clinic in El Dorado County for authorization to use marijuana for chronic pain.
I've tried all the medications that they give me. Nothing works. This works. This helps me.
And Dr. Marion Fry says she wrote many of the medical authorizations for people who use pot grown at the Calaveras County Northern Lights Church. Plants now gone after a sheriff's raid.
I'd say 200 pounds of medicine is missing, and 200 pounds of medicine